So then, Sai, and welcome to our One Chi project. First of all, I'm going to ask you just to introduce yourself and how did you find Qigong, or as you said, how did Qigong find you?
Right. Yeah. Well, my name's Sai Calder. I'm from the UK. I've had many years, likely kind of traveling around the world, really inspired by those initial connections with the window of life that's opening. And, it's the window of life can come through this connection with Qigong. And I find myself 17 years old, while a lot of friends are doing other bits and pieces with a Taoist master in this beautiful house in the countryside, meditating on plants and laughing spontaneously and doing exercises in the pool and just stepping into nourishing, fulfilling, deep, profound life that's free and potentially with us in every single moment.
Wow. Yeah, very good. I like that. Okay, so tell me what it is that you love the most about Qigong.
Truth, accessibility, that quality that we're reaching out for, it seems, in so many areas of life, for some sort of satisfaction, some sort of deeper connection. There's so many spiritual practices on the market at the moment, which is beautiful because it's like a renaissance of spiritual practice. And Qigong, by its very name, you just go straight there. You don't have to believe anything. Qi. What is Qi? Well, we're all Qi. And what am I looking for? I'm looking to feel. What am I looking to feel? I'm looking to feel that depth of me connected to everything. Qigong. And all the other bits, all the other forms that come from that are the flowers, but it's that profoundly practical, beautiful connection that's free and inherent to everybody.
That is absolutely beautiful. Lovely, exactly. Then we'd just be interested to learn, do you adhere to a strict lineage form?
Uh, Part of my fascination, again, I don't know if I chose it, was to connect with lineages and understand what tradition means. And I was in the middle of a big workshop that I was teaching maybe about 7 years ago, and this very influential guy stood up and said, "This isn't traditional." And in one moment, I was devastated because I wanted to offer something authentic. So then I went and looked at what tradition is. And I went to different spiritual masters, different spiritual teachers, Qigong teachers, and realized that a lot of the time, Cousin Wang got together with Uncle Jimmy, who taught with Grandmaster da 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 da. And due to the nature of it being, well, let's say it's 2020, what I would have learned in 1935, let's say, isn't quite as relevant to 2020. So the adaptation, the evolution to change. And change is about the falling away of parts that don't fit or are no longer necessary. Like the move that looks like somebody's whipping up their long Chinese coat. That is whipping up the long Chinese coat to move it out of the way. So practically, it's the evolution. And when we sit in the evolution of it, nothing's changed since before it was called Qigong. And the connection to Qi is still the same. So the tradition to connect in with these qualities hasn't changed, but how we interact with that and the qualities have changed. So I would say that is my tradition.
I thought that was very interesting that you said there. You drew a kind of like the difference between authentic and tradition, and I guess it's authenticity is I think what we all seek, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, as long as you get what is written on the package, not that you'll know what it is that you're getting that is written on the package, then it's authentic.
Lovely. Okay, very good. All right. So the next question would be, what have you personally gained from Qigong?
Gained, wow. I've gained the ability to let go of things to a certain extent. I've gained space in my being. That hunting, that looking for something. We're born into a time when questions are very available for us, of the bigger picture, of how we can evolve ourselves. And sometimes we can really get caught up in those qualities, a lot of intellectual qualities. And when we're sat in that space of Qigong, even just with a simple meditation, all these things, they start to fall away. We sit inside the first line of the Tao Te Ching, which is that as soon as we try to prove or name or turn it into something, it no longer is what it is. And when we juxtapose that with Patanjali's sutras, the first line of the first sutra is basically exactly the same. As soon as you calm down the oscillations of the mind, then we obtain a state of yoga. So all these clawings, these unsatisfactions, these ways of trying to fulfill what can't really be fulfilled have fallen away. And I feel that's what I've gained. I've gained space, space to grow wisely, space to mature, space to be free, space to contain myself, and as much as possible, all other people within that quality as well, and be able to see people as individual wholes within a greater whole, as that is the reflection that comes through to myself.
I love this side. That's fantastic.
Thank you. And of course, a stronger body, more wisdom. 51 years old. I still feel happy in my body, and inspiration to be here. Because we look at the older sages of like 90 years old, and some of them, man, wow, they're healthier than I was at 25. You know, so it gets better as we get older.
Yeah, that's not the standard trajectory for the Western world, is it?
Right, no way. Like 45, 50, the mind wants to get to the gym, but the body goes, really?
That's it. I feel like I'm just picking up speed now.
Yeah, right, exactly. Now we have the tools.
Yeah.
Now we know that the tools get better with time. If it's this good now, wow, what's it going to be in 20 years?
Exactly. The last question we always ask people is, if you have got 2 minutes to share something, that would help people, sort of simple practice. Is there something in particular you'd like to share in a quick practice, either physically or otherwise?
Yeah, sure. I'd love to. Would you like me to?
Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah.
Just jump in? Okay. Well, just to lay a foundation to it. When we look at the practical side of everything, we have fascia at the foundation. So fascia is the last manifestation of energy, of emotions, of the mind, all culminated through qi. So anything that's stuck as a stagnation inside any of the levels will have some sort of manifestation in the qi, in the fascia. And so when we come to the fascia, it becomes very practical. It becomes very easy. But there's an understanding within the fascia how to let go of the mind, how to let go of the stagnations. And it's very much that being drawn into the felt sense. And a teacher taught me years ago as well, is, there's no real Qigong until we're present and we're in the felt sense. So a lot of the foundation, I feel, and what I keep coming back to in my practice is just how to get back here and be happy to be here. So I'd love to just offer a quick exercise, just to offer that space.
Please do.
Thanks very much indeed. Okay, just talking of space, let's have a little bit more space. Okay, so just placing the hand on the belly.
We've just lost your head a little bit there.
Sorry.
Just lost your head a tiny bit. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I didn't. I didn't give you warning.
No worries at all. Head and belly. Lower
Right.
down. Okay. So I just invite you to take one hand. And just place one hand on your belly. And just invite yourself to feel the warmth, feel that support, like a well-trusted friend. That hand touching your belly. Feel that warmth, feel that softness, feel the energy flooding into your tissues. And allow your belly to receive the support of that hand. And then allow that energy just to flow from your hand as if nourishing inside your belly. And then invite you to take your other hand. Place your other hand on the base of the spine. And once again, just take a moment to feel that hand, the warmth of the hand, that soft support, supporting the base of your spine. And feel the base of the spine just soften and release to receive that support as a friend, trusted support. Soft and deep into that hand holding the base of the spine. Feeling that energy, that warmth flowing in from that hand. And then I invite you to see if you can feel where the energy of both hands meets in the middle. Deep in the middle, I invite you to take a few breaths into that space. Deeply inhaling into that space. And then just release all the way through the body, any tensions, back to that space in the center. Feeling that support of the hands as we deeply inhale back to center. And release, soften through the face, shoulders, chest, diaphragm, into the hips. Centered in that warmth, centered in that security, deep inside the belly. And from that space, just making small rotations guided by the hands. Very small awareness between the hands. Breath in alignment with the motion. Breath and body are aligning themselves. Just notice how when breath and body align themselves, mind is calm, emotions are calm. Deep inside that felt sense, deep inside that security of being held, breathing into the center. And change directions. Letting that release happening in the base of the spine, perineum softening, base of the spine releasing, belly softening, diaphragm and breath. Inhaling and exhaling. And just coming back to center. Awareness between the hands. Calming down that rotation. Inviting yourself just back into stillness. And inside that sense of stillness, a few breaths between the hands. Inhale and exhale. And then when you're ready, just slowly releasing the hands, keeping that sense of calmness, of centeredness, and then inviting yourself back into the space.
Very nice. Thank you, Sai.
You're most welcome.
Great. And thank you very much for talking to us.
It's been a great pleasure, and thank you so much for allowing me to share that technique.